Hello, boys and girls. Hello. So today, like I said from I think it was last night. Yeah, sorry. So anyway, we are here to celebrate Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. So I understand those who may not be here because just want to let you guys know if those who are watching the remake in the cinema, then that's fine. Um, no, I mean, there's nothing to worry about, but we can still have fun. So, so anyway, but the those of you who haven't seen the film yet, we can always chill and all that in my stream videos. So, okay, why not? So, okay, so first of all, I just wanted to say how much I love Lilo and Stitch. So yeah, and I also like to admit that Lilo and Stitch has been well, one of my favorites of when it comes to Disney ever since I was a little girl myself. Yeah. Um to be honest, it's been a long time, so I would say I can't really remember really, but I do remember a little bit as in vaguely. But I do remember watching it on a VHS as a kid somehow because if I'm not mistaken, but think I think I do remember the Lilo and Stitch VHS because that's how I watched the film and the 2002 version of Lilo and Stitch. That's what I mean. And and I also seem to watch Lilo and Stitch on the DVD as well. Yeah, I remember. Well, I mostly remember watching Lilo and Stitch on this specific DVD I told you about. Yeah, I still remember the DVD cover of Nani, Lilo, and Stitch on the waves on a surfing board, and you can see their house in the background. Yeah, I remember that. And I also had a special edition DVD of Lilo and Stitch. And the DVD cover has just Lilo and Stitch on their own. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a this thingy bench, sort of thingy swingy seat, something like that. I can't even know what it's called. So yeah, but you get the picture of what I'm talking about if you had that same DVD cover. But yeah, yeah, I just remember these DVDs and that bikini VHS I also mentioned. So yeah, but like I said, I vaguely remember the VHS, so just hope you boys and girls can understand. Um, okay, and I have been watching Lilo and Stitch a few times lately. I mean, can you blame me? I mean, seriously, I've been watching it like non-stop. Not just the movie, of course, as in the first original 2002 film. I also meant the TV show and Stitch the movie. And I also have watched Lilo and Stitch. And Stitch has a glitch. Well, most people know it as Lilo and Stitch 2. Yeah. Or also call it as Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch has a glitch. But I usually call it Stitch has a glitch for a reason. Yeah. Okay. It's alright, Mickey, don't worry. I would presume most people are watching the Lilo and Stitch remake. So, yeah. So, I understand that everyone can be busy focusing and watching the movie in their own time zone, in wherever they're from, whatever. But yeah, it's totally understandable. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking, Mickey. So, I like to share you guys in my personal opinion towards Lilo and Stitch in general that I've always loved it. I've always have and always will. Yeah, I mean, seriously, who cannot like or love Lilo and Stitch? Who wouldn't? No, seriously. Yeah, well, to be fair, I remember in Stitch has a glitch. I never really liked the moment when Stitch was glitching. Yeah, but that doesn't stop me from loving the film now. And to be honest, speaking of Stitch glitching, that always used to terrify me as a kid. And yeah, I'll never forget that memory, to be fair. So that's all I can say. I mean, I'm I doubt I'm the only one though, because sometimes there might be some other people who might feel the same experience, seeing Stitch glitching and that. Oh dear. Ooh, that's good, Mickey. Doing like drumming. Ooh. Okay. Um. Okay. Sorry. Just hang on. Okay. Sorry about that. Just need to make sure my blanket's covering me because it's a bit cold at the moment. But I think I feel all warm now, so I've covered that blankie. Okay. Well, so hmm. And well, I do remember all my little Lilo and Stitch DVDs. To be honest, I still have them to this day, and of course I have watched my Lilo and Stitch DVDs uh, lately. Now, believe me, I love my DVDs. Hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind watching Lilo and Stitch on Disney Plus and all that, but I sometimes just usually mostly prefer watching on DVDs. Mickey, seriously, are you making a Stitch Up joke? Okay, I get the message. Oh boy. Okay. Uh. Oh yeah, music. Okay. Well, I like all the songs from Lilo and Stitch. I never have favorites, to be honest, because I like all the songs from Lilo and Stitch. To be honest, they're all quite catchy. They're so amazing, and they are very important too. Yeah. Although, like I said, I don't really have any favorites out of the songs. But if I really had to pick one peculiar song, I could easily I'd say Hawaiian Coaster Ride. I've always liked that song growing up, but like I said, I like all the songs in general. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Uh huh. Okay. So um. Hang on. Just give me a second. Um. Oh, and I also remember, when it comes to DVDs, I always remember watching those like trailers before the actual DVD main menu starts, before you can have these little options to play the movie or the scene selection, and there's bonus features. Yeah, and they do like setups. I mean settings. That's what I mean, settings. Like where you can have an option on the audio or subtitles, whichever. Yeah. And speaking of subtitles, I've always used to watch my films on DVDs or well, I usually sorry, I've always watched my films with subtitles on. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do understand English like most people do. When it comes, well, you get what I'm saying here. But what I'm trying to say here is that Why I personally like the subtitles growing up and still do? Well, let's say it helps me to learn more about English, And sometimes it's not always that easy to catch up what people are saying in the film. And that's why I've always had to keep having the subtitles on every time I watch the film or whatever on on my DVDs, either on my DVD player or on the telly, because that's just the way I am, I'm afraid. I mean, we all are different. We can either watch movies and shows with either with subtitles or not. So I mean, without subtitles. But for me, I have subtitles on every time. So yeah, I just hope you all can understand me. So please respect that. Thank you. Okay. Um. Hmm. And I've always loved Stitch. I always love him as much as everyone does, really. I mean, he's so cute and adorable. He's funny. He can be a little troublemaker sometimes, like mischievous. Well, that's Stitch, alright. And I also love Lilo, and I also love Angel. Stitch's girlfriend. Yeah, I know this makes sound confusing, but I know unaware people thinks the word cousin means like family thing. Yeah, I mean you do have a point there, but let me just reminding you that all the other experiments, some that are all created way before Stitch and some created after him, they may be like they may be referred as Stitch's cousins, but let me remind you that the word cousin doesn't always mean by family thing. It can also mean friends in Hawaii, because I remember I learned that from Lilo herself. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, cousins can mean either family and friends. So that's the whole point, because that's what Lilo said herself anyway. Yeah, because I have watched Lilo and Stitch all the way through. Not just the film, not just the sequels, but I also have watched the TV show as well. So that's the whole point, really. hmm And speaking about the TV show, I've always preferred the original TV show, the one that has both Lilo and Stitch together. I mean, I don't mind the Stitch anime, and although, don't get me wrong, um, I may not be a huge fan of the anime kind of stuff, but Stitch anime seems very interesting, to be honest. Yeah, because I do remember I first watched the anime sometimes in 2012 when I was only 11 years old. And and I did tell you in my Lilo and Stitch video not too long ago, a few days ago, where I mentioned about when Lilo came back, but as a grown adult, but as a mom, because she did have a daughter named Annie, which looks exactly like her mom when she was a young kid. So yeah, I just rendered this bikini episode with Lilo in it, all grown up, and the episode title is just called Lilo because it's all about Lilo anyway in general. And and to be honest, when I first watched that in 2012, I was like, "Whoa, that was crazy talking." But until near at the end, I was like smacked. I was like heartbreaking. No, seriously, I mean, it's like heartbroken. That's like, I mean, seriously, it was heartbreaking to watch. I mean, it was cute, it was sweet, it was adorable, it was emotional. I was like beating my eyes out, like literally crying all the way through. I couldn't even handle watching that scene when I was a kid. I mean, I even told my dad after that when I first watched it that very year. And when I told my dad about it, he was like, maybe don't watch it again. But I did kind of watch it again to try to watch it without crying, but I kind of failed. So, and that's when I told my dad again, and he said that I should really need to start listening to him, which I did, of course. So that's the end of that until a couple of few years later, as I grow older, as a teenager, of course, I was like, well, I didn't cry as much as I did when I was young. Like, literally. Cool. Wow. How brave am I? So, that's fair enough for me to mention. Okay, so I'm actually quite glad I watched that episode again because it just brings back memories. Even though it still made me feel sad, but I didn't cry as much as I did now, as I did then, as in from 2012. I mean, yeah. No, seriously. I mean, you can't experience things like different compared to other people, really. Like, if you guys remember where I shared this very video of the scene from um this episode in the space in this TV show called The Magic School Bus. Yeah, some of you may have seen that show before. I understand not everyone's seen it, but it's actually a TV show back in the 90s, I've heard. And I remember when I was a young kid, I remember, well, not technically a kid, but a teenager sort of thing. And me and my class from high school, we were watching this very episode about space stuff and that. And when the school kids from that episode went to space, like the real space, I wasn't expecting one of those boys to take off their stupid helmets off just to tell the cousin what it's like if they stuck there forever. I was like, what? That's literally scared the hell out of me. I mean, seriously, I wasn't the only one. Sophie wasn't expecting that either. Tell me about it. But that haunts me more than ever. I mean, from the past, I meant. But let's not talk about the magic school balls, eh? Let's just focus on Lilo and Stitch here. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, hang on, just need I'll be back in a second. Just need to read something. Aw, that's sweet. I mean, I feel the same thing about. I feel the same way too, Kiki Love Heart. Yeah, that's a very, I would say, a very nice comment that you ever come up with. Like, wow, it's amazing. So, well done, Kiki. Yeah. So, yeah, well, I mean, we all can relate to Lilo from time to time, now, don't we? Of course we do. Well, not mostly everyone, but there are people who can feel the same as Lilo in some of ways. And to be honest, I sometimes feel related to Lilo as well. Except I do have parents, though. I mean, I have a mum and dad with me, still do. I mean, I live with my mum and dad anyway, so. And I still live with my mum and dad. I would never move out, not ever. And if I did want to, I don't know. Maybe it's best I just don't. Even though I do still feel like I need a bit of freedom, sort of way. But regardless how much I want a bit of freedom, I just rather prefer to stay with my family. I mean, you wouldn't blame me now, would you? I don't think so. I mean, it's okay to care about your family, you know, and it's also okay to care about yourself too. I mean, it's really important to think about yourself, and it's okay to think about your family too. And don't forget about the people that is not related to you. I mean, there's plenty of people around you, regardless how you feel, regardless how you experience of something that happened to you from the past or whatever, we should always have to live with different people that we either like or we don't or whatever. That's just life is. So, and there's not what we can do about it if people doesn't like us or whatever. Because I heard from because I learned this from my mom and dad a lot of times growing up, that it's okay to not like someone, but it's never okay to treat them so dirty because of it. So whatever. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. So, and that should be the lesson for that stupid mental admins, to be honest. No, seriously. I may sound a hypocrite here, but mental admins, she's so annoying. No, seriously. Who could stand Mel? Like, seriously, she's the bully in my view. No, seriously. But like I said, regardless how we feel or think, we should respect other people. Well, although Myrtle is not a real person, even though it doesn't really that matter, though. I mean, only because she is a fictional character from the Lilo and Stitch franchise media thing. But I'm just still stating facts that just then, that regardless our opinions or whatever, we need to treat people nicely, equally. Yep. I've always learned that every day, every time. Yeah. Some people may them see it that way or believe that whatever, for whatever which reasons they have. But you know what? I don't care. I mean, they don't know me anyway, so what's the point on them judging me or judging you? Seriously. Sometimes some people act like they know you, like literally, just because of what's going on online. I mean, seriously. Oh boy. But let's forget about that. So, and besides, Mel Edmonds and those other girls from Lilo's hula class, they're just so mean. I mean, seriously, every time I watched certain episodes with those girls in it, I was like, oh, can't we have the episode to be in peace without those three girls following Mittles, whatever. All they ever do is sing, yeah, every time, repeatedly, almost in every episode. Not all the episodes, but certain episodes, that's what I meant. I mean, seriously. It just drives me nuts, giving me a headache, or should I say, an ear ache, as in, hitting our ears. Giving us a dizzy, wizzy, woo. Sorry. Okay. And, yeah, Gantu. Well, I do like him, actually. I understand not everyone can be a fan of Gantu. I mean, for whatever which reasons. But for me, I say he's not really much of a villain in my point of view. If anyone agrees or disagrees, it's fine. But please remember, it's my opinion. It's okay if you agree or disagree. It's totally fine. It's totally understandable. So I'm just saying that, like I said, I don't really see Gantu as a villain. I just think he's being misunderstood, like personally. If you boys and girls remember somewhere near at the end of the original Lilo and Stitch film from 2002, when Gantu kidnaps Lilo while he was when he was kidnapping Stitch as well, even though Stitch did escape, but on his way to save Lilo with the help from Jumba and Pleakley and Nani, Lilo's older sister, which we are going to talk about her anytime soon or later. I've always kind of find that chase scene so hilarious. I mean, it's not just only hilarious, but I've also find it so amazing. It's like it just feels like you're watching a Marvel film or something. Even though I don't really have any interest in Marvel, if I have to be really honest, no offense to those who likes Marvel, but I'm just having an opinion that I understand if anyone likes Marvel, and yeah, but still, I'm just saying that I'm not really into stuff like that, to be honest. But I'm just saying, okay? So please don't take me too personally just because I have an opinion on Marvel. Just please respect it like I respect yours, okay? Just don't take me too serious to the breaking points. So let's just leave it as this and let's just move forward. And but Gantu. Well, and yet I've always kind of liked Gantu. I mean, he's not really always that bad. I know he can be sort of a bad boy sometimes in some case, but there are moments where you can feel can see the real Gantu, where he's all like sad, alone, sensitive, and he's only trying to do his job, even though that nasty evil Dr. Hamsterville being so dramatic, being horrible to Gantu. I mean, seriously. And the way he treats Gantu, it just feels so abusive in my view. Seriously. Seriously, believe me or not, if you ever have watched the TV show, you would probably know what I'm saying, and some of you may agree with me on this one. Yeah, I understand not everyone can agree, but I'm just saying, okay? So, and yet, but like I said, Gantu can be seems to be a nice guy in general, in his own way, of course. Don't get me wrong. So, because at least he did redeem himself, as in he did have his own redemption arc in the end on becoming good. Yeah, thank God for that. But Stitch anime kind of ruined it by turning him back into a villain arc. I mean, seriously, just because Dr. Hamsterville now works for this woman character. I don't know what her name is, but all I know that she's the main villain in the anime series. Oh my god. Okay, can I just be honest? I understand some people may like the anime series of Stitch, but I do like it, like I said earlier. But I just don't find the Stitch anime like any sense at all. Like making stories all about Lilo having a boyfriend. Seriously. I don't know whether that's really true or not. I don't know. But they did confirm that Lilo has a daughter anyway, which some of you probably heard what I just said earlier on. And Lilo did reveal why she didn't get to meet Stitch at the beach. And yet, well, to be honest, well, I've always find that scene heartbreaking. I mean, seeing Lilo calling out for Stitch in the dark rain on the island beach, looking for her everywhere she can until she realized that Stitch has gone because Stitch thought Lilo forgotten or something, but it turns out that Lilo was in the middle of something to do with Nani in labor, as in Nani was having a baby. That's what it said because that's what Lilo said anyway to Stitch when Stitch and Lilo met again in that same episode I'm talking about. As to those who haven't watched the anime, I've heard it's on Disney Plus. I don't know which country it's available or anything, but all I know is that the anime is not on Disney Plus where I live in because I'm from the United Kingdom and we don't have the Stitch anime quite yet. But hopefully one day we'll do because I really would like to watch the anime again. Hopefully it will comes on Disney Plus. Yeah. I mean it's quite disappointing that it's not on Disney Plus in my country. Seriously. But at least I can get to watch it on this website called Watch Cartoon Online, which is good enough for me and for my best friend Sophie, who also have interest in the show. Yeah. And speaking of Nani, yeah, well, like I said, we're going to talk about Nani. And I kind of feel bad for her as well. And I know she can be mean well, and I know she can be sometimes can be a bit of stuck up and being all bossy and all that, but that is just part of her job. I mean, can you really blame her for the way she acts and all that towards her sister? I mean, regardless what we think of Nani, I mean, we all just have to understand that Nani has this sort of responsibility, sort of personality, because since she's now the guardian of her own younger sister, ever since their parents got killed in a car crash. So that's the whole fair point, really. And I believe that Nani used to have this thingy competition of serving. Because if you guys remember, remember the scene where in Nani's room and Lilo was playing that music box she uses by opening Stitch's mouth and that, which the music plays, whatever. But if you look closely, you can see the trophies behind Nani, and not just the trophies. I also just caught a familiar Disney movie on Nani's bedroom wall. And you never guess what? It's Mulan. Yep, that's right. I mean, you never heard that wrong. It's Mulan. I still can't believe I didn't see that coming. I mean, as a kid, I didn't even notice that. But as I got older, I said to myself, I thought to myself, hey, that looks familiar. And when I looked it up on the internet, hey, that looks exactly like from that scene from Lilo and Stitch. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's just total crazy every day. And speaking of Milan, well, I'm not sure if any of you have heard this. Well, I believe that the voice actress of Nani in the original Lilo and Stitch, she was originally going to voice Milan, I heard. But she got turned down because she got replaced by someone who we all know who have voiced Milan ever since the film came out in 1998. I don't know what's her name now. I don't know. I can't even remember how to pronounce her name now. It's been a while. Yeah. Well, that's what I heard about, really. And the voice actress who did Lilo in the original 2002 film, well, I believe she's also the voice of this girl from this thingy anime film called Spirited Away. Yep, that's her, alright. But not only just that, but David Chase also played this, well, even though I don't watched it, and I never did watch it, I never had, but I do remember I heard that she was in this film called The scary movie, or was it The Ring? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was called The Ring anyway, because I've heard she was in this horror film called The Ring, and she was playing this sort of dead zombie girl with her hair down, covering her all the rest of her face and everything. And all she does is like walks like something like that, like walking like a slowly zombie. Yeah. If any of you guys seen that film, you get what I'm talking about. And those of you who have not seen it and you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can always just look it up on Google. It's called The Ring, by the way, in case you were wondering. And yeah, that's all I know. But I'm not sure if anyone else noticed this, but I've heard that when David Chave was still voicing Lilo at the time for the TV show, her best friend in real life, some of you may know her as Sally in Cat in the Hat. Yeah, well, that's David Chave's best friend in real life, I believed. And I don't know if they're still friends or not, but I just know for a fact that they were. But Lilo's sorry, David Chave's best friend also did voice Lilo in Lilo and Stitch 2. Stitch has a glitch. Yeah, that's her voice, by the way. But not only just that, because some of you may remember her as Coraline in this thingy film called Caroline. Yeah, I remember watching that. Like, I think it was like about 2 times, if I'm not mistaken, because it's been a long time, so I can't even remember now. But I would presume Sophie might remember, so I don't know. I can always ask Sophie if she remembers or not. I don't know, but still, I can still ask Sophie when I see her next week or whatever, really. And yeah, and Chris Sanders, he's voicing Stitch again for the remake, because almost all of us guys already seen the original anyway, and Chris did voice Stitch in the original film, and we're all lucky enough that he came back to reprise his voice for Stitch, and I was like, oh my god, so happy that he came back. I mean, Chris Sanders is not only just an actor, by the way, he's also I'm not sure if he still is, but all I know that he was a director of the original Lilo and Stitch film back in 2002. Yeah. And there's another fact that I've known, that Chris Sanders also was involved with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not sure all of them, but I just know that he did the first one. Yeah. Even I don't really watch Pirates of the Caribbean like most of you boys and girls do, so I'm just saying. So yeah, that's all you need to know, really. And you know when I was talking about me didn't like Stitch glitching in Stitch Has a Glitch? Well, the reason why I didn't like when Stitch was glitching was because it's just the way he moves and everything, the way he reacts to his pain when the glitches started and all that. It just spooks me as a kid. I mean, it doesn't spook me now, but all I know for a fact that it did used to give me quite a scare as a kid. I'm growing up and still and all that, whatever. But I remember this one Lilo and Stitch 2 trailer on Tarzan 2 DVD. I remember when Lilo was like talking all the way through the trailer. And if you guys remember when Stitch was dressing up as Elvis, and then suddenly he glitches. But that peculiar music on that scene just makes it even more scary when you think about it. Oh my god, I just didn't like it, you know. I really don't. As a kid, I mean, I will never forget those memories. To be honest, never will. I mean, it's hard to forget your nightmares, you know. I mean, I mean, you get what I'm saying. I mean, you can't always expect to forget your nightmares, you know. Sometimes they might haunt you again at some point, even though you never really watched them or whatever. They just still come back to give you those horrible bad nightmares and memories. Ugh, creepy. And especially that DVD discs of Stitch Has a Glitch with those 3 pictures of Stitch with weird different movements and those green eyes on that DVD discs. That scared the hell out of me as a kid too. Please don't judge me, okay? I don't care. Okay, I may do care, but you know what? I don't. I'm just saying. Honestly. I just hate being scared. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys can feel the same way, if you ever scared of some things when you were a kid or something like that. I don't know. I never forget about this. Okay, let's forget about that. Thank you very much, Sparkle Girl. Okay. And I also remember when I first watched Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, well, I remember I nearly cried my eyes out when I thought Stitch was dying. Did you guys ever feel the same way when you first watched it? I don't know, but I would presume that you might have or you didn't. I don't know. I mean, it's understandable if you either did or not. I mean, it's alright. I mean, you don't have to answer my question, you know. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable on answering, you don't have to. I understand, yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Um. Um. Oh, and I also like, you know, when we were talking about music from Lilo and Stitch movies and that. Well, I also like another version of him Hawaiian Coastal Ride, but by this group called Jump 5. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone hears of them. It's okay either yes or no, but I remember watching the actual music video and the music was so catchy, it was brilliant, and all the people from the background, including the group Jump 5, were all like singing and dancing. Yeah. I mean, I can't even pick which one I can actually prefer. I mean, the one from the original 2002 film or the John 5 version. I mean, they're both awesome in general, really. But I also like this other song called I Love Her Call on My. Yeah, that's a good song, to be fair. And I also like this very first song from the original Lilo and Stitch film. You know, He Millie No Lilo. Yeah, I remember that one. Still do. I mean, it's so catchy. I actually know all the words now. I mean, even though I still can get muddled up with my words every time I sing or talking. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys ever feel the same way from time to time, but that's just how I am, really. Because I'm actually quite used to it, really. Yeah. And also, I always love Lilo and Stitch's friendship. Yeah, it's really cute and really important and very adorable to watch, really. I mean, it's very sweet and beautiful in a way. Hmm. Yeah, and I seriously can't wait to see their friendship again in the remake. Yeah. And I still can't believe Gato is not going to be in the remake. Seriously. Ugh, quite disappointing. I would have liked to see Gato. You know, it wouldn't be the same without him. I mean, seriously. But I just I lately heard earlier today that I've heard that there's going to be a sequel for the remake of Lilo and Stitch. Yep, you didn't hear that wrong. Yeah, seriously, if you don't believe me, stitch it up. Yeah. Okay. I mean, ooh, I don't know what a sequel is going to be about, but in my personal point of view, I hope it can be based on either Stitch the movie or Stitch has a glitch. We don't know, but maybe. I mean, like really, maybe it could be can be a mix of both. I mean, we never know. I mean, seriously, it would be. How do you put this? Stitchastic. You know, like Stitch, fantastic, Stitchatics. I think I need to work on that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of you might like my little joke there. Yeah, okay. Okay. This stupid chair. Oh. Okay. Okay. Aw, thank you, Isaac. I appreciate it, that mate. Oh, and I also, I did posted quite a few stuff of Lilo and Stitch lately today. Yeah, and some of you may have seen some of them anyway. Sorry. I also been sharing some posts, something to do with Stitch himself, and one of the posts something good to do with the release dates for the remake movie, and some of them were asking how excited you are or something like that, and yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just okay. This is gonna be crazy. Okay. Can I just be honest? Some of you probably seen this post about like 11 hours ago, because I was only in a day center at the time when I posted this, because I did share a post about that screenshot I just sent on my community post from Stitch the movie where Lilo and Stitch were screaming and run away from Nani? Well, you wouldn't believe me if I tell you this, but I can just share you to prove it anyway. Just give me wait a second. Okay, can you see it? I mean, seriously, that's just wicked. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but well, this bit, you can see Stitch right inside Nani's leg. I mean, seriously, that's just totally weird. But I did say it on my post, never pause a Disney movie. Yep. That's just getting weird every day. But just before I was posting that, my friend Sam was asking, "Are you sure people be okay with this?" And well, to be honest, when Sam asked me that, I was like confused by saying, why he's asking me that. I mean, I can post whatever I want. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know has his own concerns and now, but I mean, I do understand Sam's concerns though. Don't get me wrong on this one, but if I was Sam, I was just mind my own business. Just let your friend do whatever they want, for their channels and such. So, no offense to Sam, but I know he's only being a friend. So, yeah. So, anyway, but let's not take me too personally, okay? By saying, what is wrong with you, okay? Because I don't want people to think that I'm being rude or anything, which I'm not. Okay. People may say I might deny it, but you know what? That's just their problem, not mine. Okay. So I am just trying to read something. Okay. Oh, and I also did this other post about like 1 hour ago about people uploading leaks of the Lilo and Stitch remake on YouTube, like literally, like straight away. Like, seriously. Can we at least just watch the movie instead of recording, please? You're just getting annoying now. Not only just it's annoying, but it's just I don't know how to start, It's just feels like patronizing. Like, seriously. And I did said myself in my post by saying that I can't stand it. And I also did mention that that we should realize that it can lead to legal issues, as in lead to legal action regarding copyright infringement and potential fraud. So that's the whole point, really. But like I said, regardless what people do or how they feel when they watch the new movie in a cinema, you should know better for every excuse you have to say for why certain people wants to, what's the word? What is it? Come on, what is it? I know it's there. Just give me a second or minutes. Oh, come on. Okay, sorry, I can't find it now. Never mind. But what I was going to say, it's something to do with people somehow screenshotting, as in recording a film from a cinema without getting caught. I mean, I don't know how these people do that without getting caught. Like, seriously. I mean, are they not even aware that there's rules about recording movies is wrong? I mean, because in my country, United Kingdom, we always have this thingy warning about if you caught someone recording from the movie or whatever, please let the staff member know about this, because I remember that thing anyway on the screen. It always shows that every time the moment the film starts, and it's always best to not record certain movies just because you like the film or whatever. I should just find it a bit petty, in my opinion. No offense, but I'm saying. So yeah, that's the whole point. Okay. Oh well. Ooh, another post. Hang on. Ooh, I would definitely choose Stitch on this one. Thank you. And done. Woo, that was fun. Okay. Some of you might see it on my main channel. The one that says The Sparkle Girl, aka Kayla Sparkle. Okay. Oh well. Okay. I don't know what to say now. There's quite a good few things to talk about. Oh yeah, DVD main menus. Speaking about them, I've always had this thingy obsession with the main menus on your own DVDs when it comes to watching your favorite films or something. Because I mean, the dudes who were born from early 2000s and all that, some of you might get what I'm gonna say here, because if you think about the main menus, always had this. I don't know what you call it, but all I know they have like movements of the pictures and everything, like slideshow stuff, something like that. Yeah, I just remember that, and they have catchy music as well, but instrumental versions of the songs. Yeah, if you think about the Little Mermaid DVD, and if you remember the main menu with Ariel, it on the rock in the night, and she's watching the sky. If you think about it, like look closely, you can see Ariel's hair is moving while she's just sitting there, and you can see those thingy options of the play button, scene selection, bonus features, and everything, literally everything. So yeah, and I also remember this one DVD of Enchanted. I also remember how, I don't know how they do it, but you know that water, where Gazelle was pushed in before she went to the real world in New York City. Well, if you think about it, you can just tell that the water is literally moving, only slightly, if you get what I'm saying. And you can see some birds flying about on the main menu of the DVD. And you can see Pip. I don't know what he was doing, but he was just like sitting there on the right side of the menu. And yeah, he may look tiny, but you can on the background, but if you look closely, he actually is blinking. Yeah, I just kind of like how they do it. And I also remember this one main menu of Shrek 2. You know, when they had like different characters in each different boxes, and they actually talk and communicate to one another, and they have like different options underneath of the boxes, like play, sing selections, bonus features, everything else, something like that. I just remember. I mean, it's quite funny that one though. It's the Shrek 2 one. When Donkey was in the middle box that has the play button, you know, play the movie. But I just like that main menu. It's just so funny. Seriously. I mean, it's quite funny when Shrek said, "Dude, where's my donkey?" "Oh, he's right over there because he talks so much." I just like that. I mean, seriously. I mean, that just reminds me of that certain film called Nativity 2. Like, seriously, where's my donkey? That's what it's called. Nativity 2, where's my donkey? I've always liked that film, to be honest. And speaking about Christmas, well, I remember watching this one Christmas episode of from Lilo and Stitch TV show. I remember watching it, and I find it really funny and Christmassy and everything. And I know it's way too early to think about Christmas, but that episode just kills me every time. Not like what you guys want, what you think, what I'm trying to say. It just kills me with laughter. Sorry. Trying to get my British accent here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. But like I said a few times, that I am British, but I do sometimes may sound a bit off for my personal accent, because if you think about watching Disney movies and all that, that sometimes makes me talk a little bit of, American. Yeah. But even though that I'm not really American, I mean, I can't stuck with it sometimes, just not as much the way my best friend Sophie and my friend Sam did. Yeah. Well, tell me about it. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you guys would like to be friends with Sophie and Sam, to be honest. Because if you ever known Sophie in real life, you would love to be her best friend. I mean, her friend, of course. I mean, yeah, really. Yeah, well, tell me about it. What I'm trying to say here is only because I never really watched too much programs that has American accent or whatever growing up or anything like that, because I mostly watch British programs growing up from CBBS channel, Milkshake channel, and CBBC channel. Yeah, these are the only channels I have watched growing up. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And of course, Sophie has watched them too. And Sophie also did tell me she also used to watch Playhouse Disney. Yeah. Even though I never really watched Playhouse Disney as a kid or anything like that, but I would love to if I did. I mean, seriously, I do sometimes. I mean, even though I can't, but I do sometimes feel like I do want to go back in time and ask mum and dad to try get the hey mummy daddy, can you put Playhouse Disney on our telly, something like that. But I know that's never really gonna happen because too late. I never watched it. You'll get what I'm saying. Okay, fair enough. And to be honest, I've always sometimes kind of like doing impressions. Do you guys ever do impressions, as in voice impression of certain characters that you have good at voicing? Cool. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm afraid I can't stay up this long because it's 11 o'clock here in the United Kingdom. And my mom, well, she's out with her girlmates from her work somewhere in, I don't know where. Okay, I did ask her where she's going, and she did tell me, but I kind of forgot what she told me now. I mean, it was quite an hour ago, so hours ago. So it's actually just me and my dad at the moment. Although I'm in my own front room, while my dad is in the living room with the dogs. Yeah, he's watching his own stuff on the telly. Yeah. I don't know what he was watching, but earlier on, I keep hearing some girls screaming. Like, seriously, what the hell is my dad watching? It's giving me quite some nerves, you know. I mean, can you really blame me? Yeah, I would say the same thing, Joshua. I mean, it is kind of feeling peaceful to be in your house. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So anyway, I hope you all boys and girls actually enjoy my video today. Yeah. I'm sorry to those who haven't watched my video yet. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, because I sometimes get people who are trying to watch my stream video while I'm still on live, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, but don't worry. If you haven't watched my stream or anything, it's okay. Don't feel bad about it. It's okay. Seriously. Can I just say, I understand if you really like to be in my stream videos, as in the comments thing. So yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, I get how that feels sometimes. But can I just say, it's okay if you have missed out my video. Okay, you don't always have to be in my video all the time. Okay, just don't take it too personally. Okay, just take it as a compliment. Okay. So yeah, that's all I can say. So anyway, yeah, my day is fine. Thank you, Joshua. Okay, I'll leave you boys and girls to it now. Sorry for keeping you guys too long on this day around, as in keep you guys busy this video. Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow or maybe, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I'll see you all guys another time. Well, good night. Bye.